Hi guys, welcome to Technical Thursday. My name is Dima. Another market update for the week. Let's see what we've got in the price action on the charts for our shortlist that we've looked at earlier this week. Remembering it is NFP tomorrow, Friday, the first Friday of the month, and it's also a new month in September. Let's have a look at where we are on the charts. As always, I'm going to start with the economic calendar. So let's look at that quickly just to remind ourselves what we've got going on. Here we are on the calendar for today and tomorrow. We do have the initial jobless claims on the dollar later today, New York session. Let's watch for that. And of course, tomorrow, the main day, CPI on the Swiss, GDP figures and from Canada there on the CAD, and the non-farm payroll, which will be the major one to look for. So today, it may be a little bit of a lower probability day to trade because of NFP tomorrow. Let's bear that in mind. However, you never know with the market. So let's adjust. Let's see what the charts are saying. Here we are on the dollar again, and the market has actually today made an unusually large move before NFP. You never know with the markets. It'll always continue to surprise you. So this is why you always manage your risk and do things with the assumption that your trade will not work out, because you never know what's going to happen. And that is the case today. So have a look. Let's look at the 4 hour. We had this very large drop in the week with the news earlier this week, and now we have broken through this level of invalidation that I was looking at. So now this is a kind of a guessing game with the dollar. I don't know what's going on. So what it looks to be now is this range, and the question now is, where are we going to get out of this range? Which way, which side, which way we're going to go? And it's not that easy to tell yet. Let's see whether we get the turnaround and head back up into the original target areas or not. We continue going lower. So that is what we're bearing in mind for the dollar. Let's look at the other charts again. Just like the dollar, the euro made a very big move. Consider it's NFP, so you never know. And what we can see is we never had that breakdown lower that I was looking for confirmation of. In fact, the market wanted to move higher, shifted out, broke through this structure, and now once again we're having to sit on our hands and wait because we don't know what's going on. And if anything, we're now reversed and changed bullish. But we've got this break here, and we've got another break here. So now, if anything, it looks more bullish than bearish. But because of the uncertainty, once again, if you want, you can draw this big sort of range, and it's not clear where we're at. Now, we may get a retracement in NFP, and then I can have a kind of this sort of thing going on to the upside, but because it is not clear right now, we want to see more price action. If I go to the daily, there's this push higher. This may happen, maybe not, but really the high probability scenario is to see a weekly reversal, and we don't have that. There's no pattern here. It's just bearish. One bullish candle took out all the highs. Many people probably stopped out, and now we are in an uncertain situation. So we're adapting here, and the situation has changed. And now we have to bear in mind the fact that, well, if the probabilities are no longer in our favor, then the analysis is showing us, the chart is showing us that, well, that's what we have to work with. So we have to just adapt and take a step back and reassess. Perhaps next week will be a little clearer. That's the euro dollar. Moving on to the next one, dollar yen. this is the overall outlook for the dollar yen, and we can see this big engulfing bearish candle on the Tuesday. Wednesday was an inside candle of previous day on Wednesday, and then today, Thursday, we are in this range once again. Of course, makes sense with the dollar ranging. What we have is the market has produced, was choppy in the beginning, made this move higher, this fake move came lower, and now we are in this zone of interest where we were looking at before. So this was the idea. Market blew through this level, so now this level is not relevant anymore. So this was the idea, and this now is not relevant because the market moved lower, did not make that retracement. We did not create a swing point. So this is now the thought process. And once again, with NFP tomorrow, it's a bit tricky to analyze or say what we're looking at. However, because of this level, this is the idea. If we get that reversal move higher, then it will be an interesting idea to trade, and then we'd want to see a break of this structure here in order to actually move higher and increase the probabilities in our favor. So yeah, this is the place to look at for the moment. Let's see if that transpires. Of course, the higher probability, the safer option will be to wait after NFP, half an hour, 1 hour, to see how the price action plays out before making decisions. So that is the dollar yen. Once again, the bias still remains bullish. However, wait to see how we close. Again, another one to wait after NFP, if possible. Wait until next week, and we'll see how it plays out. This bearish candle could be a fake one, could be not. I don't know. It did engulf the previous 2 days, as you can see here. Here's the low that it took out. Here's the high that it took out. So is this a true reversal or not? I do not know. And when we have 50-50, then that is not a high probability scenario. So once again, adapting to what is happening in the market, and that's the dollar yen. Let's move on now to dollar CAD. Similar thing here. We were looking at these levels. We have not got any reversal. Let's go to the 4 hour once again. Not got any reversal. In fact, we are reaching down below this low, although we're not touched it yet. So the same thing, I would say this is just a big, let's just draw this now. It's not relevant. We tried to move higher, but we had no reversal to the upside. So what this is now is, once again, just like the other dollar pairs, what looks to be a range. And I want to see if we get that move higher and actually create something like this and make some kind of price action higher. At the moment, it's unknown, unclear, so move on. Dollar Singapore, another dollar pair. Here we are with this area though marked out. We've now reached it, and now we want to see a break higher once again to have more confirmation. Let me just redo this for a second. Something like so. If we want to head higher, did not have this, so let's just get rid of that. And if we're looking to go higher, then this is what the idea would be. Of course, we want to see a nice bullish close above. That will increase the probabilities, and so far we are stuck in this range, gradually petering lower, lower, lower. We have come down into a cheaper area, as you can see. So let's see where we go from here. Once again, NFP tomorrow, it's riskier to enter trades before that. Yeah, let's see how we go, whether we get a clear reversal or not on the dollar Singapore there. Euro GBP, this was one of the higher probabilities ideas for the week. We were looking at this possible area, which we did get a move away from and then come back down. So this one basically did not work out as an idea. The overall high probability scenario was this area or the even lower, which we have not yet reached into. So therefore, well, again, this is what happens during NFP week. We don't have so much clarity and we may not get our idea. However, the market did go to the daily, break structures once again, and it looks like now we are creating this reversal. So we'll have to exercise a bit more patience and wait for these more interesting levels, zones to get hit. And when they do, if they do, then we go from there. So let me just get rid of these. These are no longer relevant to us. We're now heading lower. So that's the Euro GBP. Euro New Zealand, another one we planned for today. We did, for this week, we did look at this being the possible reversal. We have had that. We moved higher. We now closed higher. And now we are in a possible retracement. So now we've got this. This could be the low. So we had the low here and possibly this being the next low. With that, this could be now the idea. And we are now in an interesting price point where if the market fails below this low that is now created, then that will be an invalidation of the trade idea. So let me just move that a second. Got another break of structure here. We had this created this swing and a higher, and now we are possibly in a better price point to continue higher. Now, of course, a break lower would be invalidating this idea. However, at the moment it looks bullish. Let's have a quick look on the daily. Here we go. We have that big bullish engulfing candle engulfed the previous day. This was a let's say a fake move because we have the bias being bullish and we had that turnaround, and there you go. Now continuation on the bullishness, it looks like. So let's see if we get that, and this previous day's low, this swing point would be that point of reference. Okay, let's move on now to the S&P. Here's what we planned out, and it did not work out. We had a very bullish market, broke right through, invalidated this idea. So all of this, as you can see, is now null and void, and all these scenarios are now null and void apart from this one. So here we are, as we were saying, if we break higher, then expecting higher prices, and we did create that swing and now moved higher. But the bias, the favorable scenarios to the downside, it did not produce that. So it is what it is. Now that we've broken through, it shows more bullishness in this market, at least for now. Nothing so far to look at until after NFP, so let's wait for next week on this one. Okay, and lastly, oil. Similar thing to oil. What we did create though here was this double top. The market headed lower and then completely reversed on itself and headed higher instead. Now, this was the reference point for the market to head and close below, and that did not happen. For the market to break its structure, that did not happen. We just pinged lower, just poked below this low and then reversed higher. Therefore, no clear confirmation of heading lower. Not as clear as it could be, and we are heading back up to the upside. It looks like we are about to invalidate the whole idea and move higher. So an interesting one. Once again, unpredictable price action here, and we have to wait for the market to take its set. Let's just step back. Oil is a funny one. It's a bit of a choppy one, and it is what it is. So again, this is where we manage our risk, and this is where we just adapt to what the market is saying and go with the flow of the price action, the candles, not what we necessarily intend for it to do or expect it to do, because we don't want to get married to the idea and get too attached to something that is clearly not in our favor. Right, that is the market for today, Thursday. Watch out for NFP tomorrow if you are already thinking of trading it, but if not, wait until next week. And I'll see you again on Sunday for the next market outlook. Going to reassess the market once again. So that's been Technical Thursday, and have a good rest of your week. If you are trading, then watch out, perhaps reduce your risk to keep you in the on the right side of things. So my name is Dima. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video on Sunday's analysis. All right, bye for now.